Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Kobe White is out there with ball. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for the Nets, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the small forward. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Here we go.
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
You can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Especially on the defensive end, Kevin. You've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Outside, ball. To the paint. Here's White. Giddey going around. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn with the ball. There's Williams. Nice defense from Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. White finds ball. Vucevic with it. Claxton. And it's
Hey, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 2. 2 Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And good action in the book. We get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Standing on the defensive end in that first quarter, they were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's White. Then Lonzo Ball. And it's Giddey in at the small forward position. Now here's Vucevic. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but he's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Claxton. No good with the layup. Buzelis with the ball. Outside ball. That's good, and so the assist.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of ball shooting technique, but man, can he slide it home from deep.
Here's Thomas. The pump fake, but couldn't finish. Good if it goes. First quarters as we reach halftime. The Bulls on top. They're up by 4. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking of a shot. Nice try.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. This is out there with Russell, and it's Williams at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. Now, here's Ball. Here's Giddey. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
God, the D has to show a little more fight interior than they did on that trip.
Johnson outside. Pass to Williams. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Outside, Ball. Here's Vucevic. Claxton covering. A jump bank shot. No good. That's by 3.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme. No reason to put up an early shot here.
Thomas inside. Not gonna go that time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And you know, you can count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for Chicago right now, Josh Giddey, Buzelis out there with Vucevic, then it's White, and it's Ball in at the point. Now here's White. To the inside, and stolen by Russell.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, Coach breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And here are the Bulls now. After the wicket by Brooklyn, Vucevic doesn't go that time. Good defense by Claxton. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he needs to be prepared. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can dividend.
They'll only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
For a while, a chance to do so here.
Well, they'd like to retake the lead on this possession.
Thomas found it. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. Off target from downtown. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous issue for
An accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. So long.